And I want to take you back to our breaking news update as the search for escaped inmate Grant Hardin is over, finally putting the natural state at ease. Here's a map of the area where Hardin was found. It was near Moccasin Creek. That's in Izard County, and it's only about a mile and a half west of the North Central unit where he escaped. We're told tracking dogs led Arkansas police and U.S. Border Control agents to Hardin's hiding spot. The ex-police chief was taken into custody just after 3 this afternoon. Hardin walked out of the prison on May 25th wearing a makeshift outfit that looked like an Arkansas Department of Corrections uniform. The next day, an arrest warrant was issued charging him with second-degree escape. And later that week, the FBI issued a reward for information leading to his arrest and capture. That reward was increased the next day. On Tuesday, Department of Corrections officials released a new headshot on how his appearance may have changed while he was on the run. And then yesterday, state troopers were granted a warrant allowing them to search cell phone records from towers near the prison, and U.S. Border Patrol agents joined the search. Our Mike Rogers is in Calico Rock getting reaction. And Mike, I hear you spoke with the owner of the land where Hardin was captured.
No, sir. Yeah, Donna, I'm out here on the property of Mandy Thompson, who says that Grant Hardin was captured by property, and you can actually see right here some of the tire tracks of U.S. Marshals vehicles and other law enforcement vehicles that tore through her yard looking for Hardin. She says there were some 20 law enforcement vehicles that came through, and after about 15 minutes, she says that Hardin was apprehended and taken out in handcuffs on the other side of her property and taken into custody. Now, police in Mountain View and the Stone County Sheriff's Office confirmed Hardin's capture this afternoon. This comes after the convicted murderer and rapist escaped from the North Central unit here in Calico Rock on May 25th at approximately 2:25 p.m. Hardin was wearing a gray shirt, gray pants, and a backwards ball cap when he was apprehended behind Thompson's property by authorities. She says in the aftermath it was terrifying that the convicted murderer and rapist was apprehended nearly half a mile from her home. Now, once again, Hardin was wearing a gray shirt, gray pants, and a backwards ball cap when he was arrested. She says local law enforcement, as well as U.S. Marshals and Border Patrol, have been on her property surveying it throughout the time that Hardin was on the lam. Now, in addition to that murder and rape charge that Hardin was arrested and convicted of, he now adds that escapee charge to his record. Thompson tells me, though, she is still in utter shock that Hardin, a monster, she called him, in her own words, was behind her property only half a mile from the place she calls home. Donna?